How your week, brother? How your week,
I'm
man?
alright, bro. My week was good.
It's good, family. How y'all doing?
Alright.
How y'all doing?
Episode 6.
It's been a pleasure. Word.
Oh, man.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm alright, bro. I'm good. I'm chilling.
Blessed, man.
Yeah. How you doing?
Blessed, bro.
Straight?
Blessed, highly favored, man. We just chilling, man. We living life. We enjoying what we do. And we
That's a
enjoy
fact.
bringing it to you.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So what we got this week, brother? How we gonna start this one?
Shit. Well, I mean, doing this for like back-to-back weeks. I don't know. I feel like we caught like a weird case. Cause
I get that.
like, there's not much to talk about, but we gonna push it. The All-Star rosters is out.
Yeah, facts. You gotta hit that. You know we gotta talk about them All-Star reserves too.
Yeah, like we got them all out. Shit. I feel like for the most part, I ain't got no issues. But I mean, like I said, it's the All-Star
process.
for the most part. Like I mean, but then again, it's like it's the All-Star games voting selection. So something's always wrong.
Facts.
Something's like there's never been a year where they got it 100% correct. Like, you know, perfect and stuff like that. So like
no issues.
for real, like I don't think there's ever been a year that nobody's ever complained. Like there's something, like, there's always something wrong.
I mean, I can't complain
like
about one.
now this year, like I'm like, you know, Dame not starting, that's weird.
That's a complaint.
That's weird. I know there's plenty of people that, you know, that think that Devin Booker should have been voted in at least. He's the injury replacement for Anthony Davis, but
Trash.
yeah, there's plenty of people who,
He deserves
you know, are, you know, on the fence about that. There's a lot of people who Domantas Sabonis is an injury replacement for KD, but a lot of people felt like he should have been voted in.
Yeah, he could. He deserved that one too.
You know, there's people clamoring for Trae Young. Why didn't he make the game? You know, so there's always
that's a fact.
You know, there's always something. There's always something. It's never been a year I feel like they got it right. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
no, you're right on that, bro. I never even peeped that. Trae Young not on the team.
Yeah, Trae Young not on the team. Exactly. So, I mean, I guess we'll kick off with, you know, conference by conference and see who we felt like should have been in, who might have been surprised. We'll start with the lesser conference of the two in the East. So obviously, I can't even tell you who's starting out
Giannis.
there. It's Giannis, Durant, Embiid,
KD,
Bradley Beal.
Of course, Joel Embiid, like you said. Who the fifth?
Who's the starting point guard?
Ain't it
Kyrie Irving.
Facts. It gotta be. I was like, ain't it Kyrie?
It's Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal,
I got no issues.
KD, Embiid, and Antetokounmpo.
Who you think out of that five has like the best chance to like do like a sort of like a duo type thing? You know what I mean? Like, you know how sometimes during the All-Star weekend, there's always two stars that always mesh. Then,
Mesh well together.
They don't play together, but then like they, you know, on the court, they look good.
Well, this year, I mean, this was kind of going to be like a cop out, but I was going to say that duo for the Eastern Conference, at least in the starting lineup, was going to be KD and Kyrie.
Oh, facts.
I think that they would probably, you know, if KD was playing, I believe that they would have had those moments, like
barbecue chicken.
Yeah, they would have had those moments where they're just like in sync. Yeah. Like, you know how LeBron and D Wade used to be at the All-Star games. Like, they will always have those moments where you just see them and they're in sync. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a cop out, but I think that those two would have really showed out. But now that
Atlanta too this year.
It is in Atlanta. So it's in Atlanta, and Trae Young's not in the game, which is kind of funny. That's, you know,
filthy.
That's kind of funny.
Filthy.
I don't think, and in the Eastern, there's no surprise to me.
That's my biggest complaint, though. Where in the East, that's my biggest complaint.
I'm gonna keep it a band here. Like, I'm gonna keep it. The only surprise I would say, the only surprise I would say is, man, cut the crap. Start James Harden. Be real. Start James Harden.
Only reason because he ain't played enough, I guess.
Because he missed a week of being in net. Like, bro, play James Harden. Like, he's a starter. Man. He's the starter. Like, honestly, you know, Bradley Beal, congratulations. You made the All-Star game. Great. Just come off the bench. I think that's his second one. Come off the bench. Like, he didn't need to start. James Harden's the starter on this team. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's okay. The Brooklyn Nets have 3 starters on the team. That's fine. That's how it's supposed to be when you have 3 top 15 players. That's my only surprise or like snub in a sense. I mean,
he's just calm, bro, to be honest.
And I mean, the rest of the players, you have Nikola Vucevic. You have
he deserved that.
Julius Randle. You have James Harden, of course. You have Jaylen Brown.
Jimmy Butler's had a kind of
he missed close to a month. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that happens. So yeah, it's Vucevic, Randle.
Nobody thought Siakam would step up and be, you know, perennial all-star.
Brown, Tatum, Harden, Simmons. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Sabonis?
Well, Sabonis is Durant's injury replacement, so like let me see. Let me see. Like, I guess I'll go through it.
Wow, my bro be doing that. Let's head over to the west side. I mean, and like my biggest snub for the starters in the West is Luka. I don't like. I get it. He's
surprised because he's not a snub. He's on the team.
Surprise, right? It's Luka, bro. Because I mean, I get it this year. You know, you don't got Porzingis. He's not doing that well. I think they're like 9th or 10th in the West. I get it. He's box office and shit like that. But over Dame Lillard, who's been balling.
Yeah, Damian Lillard not going is kind of weird. Oh, and Zach LaVine is the guy that I'm missing.
Zach LaVine. Yeah, this is his first one. Zach. Maybe his second, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, this is his first one. Yeah, so Zach LaVine. All right, you talk about the start. You talk about the starters. That was my only problem. I think Luka Doncic should make the team. He should make the team. Right. He's an all-star. But starting, no. I think that like I don't know how you see Damian Lillard doing what he's doing in Portland until you stuff he's not at least a starter. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Like I've heard people put in perspective. I mean, it's not like when their careers are over that the context is going to say, oh, he was a 10-time All-Star game starter. Right. No, they're just going to say you're a 10-time All-Star. And that's true, but I think it's important to, you know, reward the players. Because that's an achievement.
Like that shit.
That's an achievement. You know, starting the game is an achievement. I don't care what anybody says. In baseball, when you are the starting pitcher of the All-Star game, that is an accomplishment. Yeah, that is a beautiful thing. You are taking the mound. You get the 2 innings. All the other pitchers only get 1. Right. You get 2. That's an honor in itself. Right. You're on the grandest stage with the best players in the world. It's an honor. It's an honor. It's an honor to have. So starting the All-Star game in basketball, to me, it's an honor to do. You
remember All-Star Weekend was in New York, bro?
Yeah, like it was crazy. It's an honor to do. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful because you're just surrounded by the best players in your sport, and to start means I'm one of the best players.
Yeah, I did this.
I'm one of the best players in my conference. It's beautiful. I worked to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I think they got it wrong.
Yeah, man.
In terms of the rest of the All-Star lineup out west, it's Steph, it's Luka, it's LeBron.
No issues, no.
Anthony Davis is a reserve.
He's gonna be out.
Jokic. Who else is starting? Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
It's Jokic, Kawhi, LeBron, Steph.
Spider. I'd rather Spider start over Steph, but you know, it's popularity. Start as a straight popularity.
That's what, it's popularity. You know what I'm saying? Like Steph. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't have a problem with Steph starting.
Nah.
Because you enter the point where like he's a perennial All-Star. Like there's no doubt about it. Like if he starts, we expect it. And the Warriors are having a good year, so it's
respectable year.
Yeah, they're having a respectable year. So he should be able to go. But Mitchell's a reserve, along with Anthony Davis, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul. And the surprise of all, to me, is Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson is on the team, second year in the league. Beautiful. He's averaging 25. I don't like his rebounding numbers. I don't like his defense, but he is scoring at will. If he's able to get a shot off at the paint, he's gonna score. That's a surprising thing. I understand it, especially because the league now, they're trying to push him.
Right.
That's all I really see. They're trying to push him.
Want to keep him relevant.
They want to make sure that people know who this guy is, and they're trying. I think that they're trying to push him as the next big thing, especially with we don't know how much LeBron got on his timetable.
Very true.
So they're trying to push the next best thing.
3-6.
But out west, and Davis is not gonna play the game. Booker is taking his place, which is okay. I'm okay with that.
I got a combo for you, bro.
Go shoot.
I mean, we're gonna be talking about the young players this episode, but this will be a start of it, bro. Before we started today's show, B was telling me behind the scenes, like, he's having a conversation, and they were saying that Zach LaVine is on the same playing field as Devin Booker, and they score in the same ways, and
Book, like, don't get me wrong, I do not count injury replacement All-Star years, and Book has 2. LaVine got voted into the game, so he has that over Book. But you play in the Eastern Conference. You know what I'm saying?
Bugging this shit.
Like, but I mean, if you mean to tell me that Devin Booker could average the numbers he is right now if he played in the East, he's starting the game.
He averaged like 40.
You know, he's starting the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Book. And by all means, to me, Booker should not have been selected to this team because he didn't deserve it this year. He didn't deserve it. He struggled.
Your
for a
MVP?
month. He was my MVP, but I'm not, bro. I'm gonna be objective, bro. The best people in the business are objective. They know how to criticize and give credit.
Yeah.
So it's like Book was my pick for MVP. He ain't play like it. He's still not playing like it. he had a weak stretch where he was looking like an MVP.
It's not enough.
But it's not enough. Right. He spent a month looking mid by his standards. Yeah. That's the key word by him, his standards. Because he's averaging 25 points a game. Still. And he's mid. So that's kudos to the player that's his down year. 25 points per game is his down year. You know what I'm saying? Right. But Book, when it turns I think Book is almost there. I understand, like, I don't expect him to be a perennial All-Star yet.
Why? He got the pieces.
Because he plays in the Western Conference. You know how hard it is to make the team? You know how hard it is to make the team?
Ask Dame Lillard.
Damian Lillard had to go through his trials and tribulations before he reached perennial All-Star status. You know what I'm saying? Like, and mind you, if you still gonna have Chris Paul running around his fucking league, still being 1,000 years old, still being an All NBA talent, it's hard, bro. He's an All-Star. Like, it's hard. So it's like Book, he
got voted in.
He has to understand that right now the next thing for him is, the coach is to play good enough that the coaching staff will look at him and say, "We're gonna vote you in." Because perennial All-Star, listen, LeBron's still in that conference, he's going.
Facts.
Kawhi's in that conference, he's going. Davis. Steph, they're going. Zion Williamson is about to reach that status where he's going to the game. Now he's going to go to the game. And then, mind you, now we throwing Donovan Mitchell's making it.
Spider.
John Morant, he's on the cusp. He's on the cusp.
He's definitely going to be there.
Next year, he's probably there.
We'll say that for later.
Next year, he's probably there. So these guys, it's hard for Devin Booker to make the All-Star team in the West. You think Zach LaVine making it in the West? Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Bugging.
Hell no, he's not making it in the West. So it's like, and that was the thing about that conversation. Yeah. And that conversation is just that those guys' trajectories are very different. One is trying to figure out. One is a feel-good story. LaVine going to the All-Star game is a feel-good story.
Dope,
yeah. I'm happy for you. Congratulations, you did that. You earned that. Great, fantastic. We still trying to figure out how good you really are, though. Right. Can you contribute? The jury's still out. Can we see you actually being the best dude on your team and contributing to a good team as the best player? You know what I'm saying? Well, Book is already established now.
Bradley Beal, the jury's still out on you too for that.
Yeah, jury's still out on you, but Book, everybody in that conversation specifically, it was like, oh, Book has never done anything in the league. Yes, you absolutely right.
That's cool.
You absolutely right, and that's cool. But like I've said this, I've stood down on this for about 3 years. that if you watch Devin Booker play and you tell yourself that it was empty stats and he could not contribute to good teams, you were a fool.
You're bugging, right?
You a fool. You a fool. He was running point guard for them, and he runs it out of, and that's not his shit. And he was a really good point guard. He averaged 26 points and close to 7 assists a game. And he wasn't high in turnovers. He was making proper reads. Right. He could do the job. You get him Ricky Rubio. Now he ain't got to worry about that. I'm going to just score my ass off. Now you got Chris Paul. Now when the going gets tough, you have somebody that can calm you down. That's essential. And the bubble was exactly what that kid needed.
Yeah.
Going 8-0 and dogging the way he did, that's all he needed. If you thought that this kid was not ready for stardom, you was bugging. Always. You was bugging. We'll touch up on like trajectories and what do we see for young players moving forward. But Book wasn't a surprise to me that he got snubbed. But
this year,
for next year he needs to be voted in. Yeah, that should be something on his mind.
I get you on that.
But in terms of that,
most of those we rocking with y'all this year.
Yeah, for the most part. A lot of people, were mad about the Sabonis thing, and I'm like, well, Sabonis is the injury replacement for Durant, so he's going, but he didn't get voted in, and I wasn't really mad about that either because Indiana's under 500,
right?
And Malcolm Brogdon's not a scrub.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying. You have two all-star caliber players.
Yeah.
So why are you under 500 now? Again, in the same chat, they were throwing Boston has 2 all-stars, but Boston is weird. Because Boston was looking great, then they bottomed out, but the thing is, Tatum is going to the game because he's a perennial in the East. He's gonna go to the game.
Boston, they disappointed me like
exactly, but it just so happened that's how the ball rolled. Yeah. And Jaylen Brown's having a feel good year. How do you not send that kid to the game? Jaylen Brown. How do you not send him to the? He's averaging 28. I think 27, 28. How do you not send him to the game?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
How do you look at Jaylen Brown and say, yo, we're not going to send you to the game?
I'm going to hope for an injury, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, that's why Boston has 2 all-stars, and I understand. Yeah. And Sabonis and Brogdon are not in because they're bottoming out, and you have to understand you play for the Indiana Pacers, and don't nobody care. Don't nobody care about the Indiana Pacers.
I forgot Indiana and Minnesota were teams, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares. And Indiana's always been a good team for the last 5 years. Like, they've always been, like, tough, hard-nosed teams, but don't nobody care. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody care about Domantas Sabonis. Only the true NBA fans who love the NBA like what Sabonis is doing. Like, he's a really good guy.
Yeah, respect.
You know what I'm saying? But, exactly. But in terms of the casuals, which are a lot of people who vote are the casuals, he's not going to the game.
Like, nah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of I'm gonna just run through. Like the guy that people said shouldn't have went is Nikola Vucevic. But how do I strip Vucevic when his whole team is injured?
Whole squad.
And he's like a game and a half away from the 8th seed anyway. So it's like, don't get me wrong.
Double machine.
They're not good. Like, Orlando's not good, and they're not gonna be good. But it's the Eastern Conference. The 4th seed and the 10th seed are a game and a half away from each other.
That's the Eastern Conference.
Exactly. So the East is not that good, and
that's crazy. 4 to 10.
So that's Vucevic's case. Because if Indiana's whack and we're whack, why does he get to go?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could go. I've been here before too. So exactly. So he has that. I'm not sending him over Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's gonna go to the game.
Thanks.
Ben Simmons. That's where we get. That's the discussion. Is Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons averaging 15.
Is Ben 15, 8 and 8? If I was gonna give Sabonis a spot, I'll give him Ben Simmons his spot.
Yeah, easily.
But I understand why Ben Simmons is in the game because he also contributes to what Philadelphia is doing, and Philadelphia is the best team in the East.
Number 1.
Zach LaVine, I understand. Feel-good story. How do I send Sabonis over the feel-good story? Especially when y'all like a game away from each other in the standings.
He got 28.
Exactly. He's not going over James Harden at all. And he's not going over Jaylen Brown. So I understand. And last but not least, he's not going over Julius Randle.
Not even, my son Julius.
He's not going over Julius Randle.
That's another dude. Listen, proven winner alert. That's all I'm going to say.
Julius Randle, proven winner
alert.
You think so, bro?
Alert.
Because if he's a proven winner, bro, I'm maxing him out.
Facts, but
I love him.
You might have to fuck with him with the Knicks. Him and RJ.
I hope so,
they got
bro.
Figured out, please.
But you see what I'm saying, though? Like, where does Sabonis fit? He might fit, but it's too close a call. Yeah. You feel me? For me to sincerely, there's not one dude on this team that Sabonis could say, I dead deserve it over him. He's lucky Durant not playing. He's in the game. Enjoy yourself.
Averaging 40.
You know what I'm saying? And out west, I really don't see much snub. I don't think there's a snub. I don't think there's a snub. I really don't. Zion was my only surprise. Yeah. But I understand why he's at the game. So yeah, and that's the case. Like, we know the rosters. I mean, they haven't established who is going to be participating in the festivities. The only known participant is going to be Obi Toppin in the dunk contest, which I'm calling it now. He's winning it. He's going to win. Yeah, so, like, are you looking forward to All-Star Weekend? A lot of the players don't want to play this game. A lot of players just want to rest and stuff like that, but I'm not there with them because if they can stay safe, and if NBA, which has done a phenomenal job since this whole shit started with COVID and stuff like that, they've done what they needed to do. Protocoling and all that extra stuff. If they can stay safe, they should have the game. If they believe that they could be safe, have the game. Because I think that it's important for the feel-good guys like Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, Jaylen Brown. They should experience what it's like. Yeah. It's unfair. I mean, don't get me wrong. They should play the game. It's a big moment for them. It's a big moment.
Big moment for them. But then you got, like, see what I'm saying? So, like, we're gonna get into the young ballers soon. But it's like, for them, this is a big moment. But then what about the vets who've been here? They've been perennial all-stars. And it's like, yo, I can get a weekend to just, like, rest, bro.
I mean, you do get the week. Now, the all-star break is longer now. And that's because LeBron said he wanted it to be longer, and they made it a week, which is fantastic. It's phenomenal. So you're going to get the rest. Yeah. I understand that with everything going on, like, you probably don't want to play the game, but that's what I feel. If Adam Silver believes I can keep you guys safe, we as an NBA community could keep you guys safe, then have the game. Why not? Why not? It'll suck that Julius Randle not going to have a picture of him at the All-Star game. Or, like, sitting there, mobbing with his Eastern Conference crew or whoever he's cool with out West. Like, I'm here. Like, what I'm saying? It's his first time. So I think, I'm still looking forward to it. I'm honestly kind of going to like the ambiance of the dunk contest being at halftime.
Yeah, that should have
been cool. Because it gives me some Dykeman feel to it. Like, what I'm saying? Like, trying to jumbo in. Like, I like it. I like that idea. I can't wait to see who decides to be in the skills challenge and the 3-point contest. 3-point contest is the best contest out of all of them.
In that shit.
In the skills challenge, that'll be magnificent to watch. Like, I think he should do it too. Like, that's a good call. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Him versus SGA.
Yeah, like, that would be nice. Like, I would love to see Bam back in it. Because he won he won the skills challenge before. I want to see. I think it was last year he won it. I want to see him back there again. So I think the skills challenge and the 3-point contest, I feel like it's guys that we like to see. You know what I'm saying? It's guys that we like to see, and young guys that we like to see. The dunk contest, I'm glad that Obi's doing it because I think it's gonna get him some exposure. Yeah. But I'm hoping that the rest of the crew is pretty good. I know Obi could dunk the basketball. That's what he's good at. Like, that's his thing. He could dunk. I need to see who else is gonna join him. But I'm looking forward to All-Star Weekend.
Y'all, that was definitely our All-Star segment for me. And that's Debate. Will be right back.
Live from the gotcha. I was watching that freestyle earlier. That Lil Wayne freestyle. That nigga was beast. I love That shit was crazy. But you mentioned that conversation I had with my coworkers, bro, and that stemmed off like now. I want to talk about the young guys in the league.
Oh, let's do it, bro.
Like young guys in the league, and what do we think about these guys, and what their ceiling looks like to some extent, or where they at as players, like in general.
Yeah.
And you meant might as well start off with the guys in the conversation. So, Devin Booker,
D-Book.
What's your outlook? What's your outlook of him?
Like we were talking about in the previous segment, I would say he's a perennial. His ceiling is a perennial all-star, and I believe that he can lead a team to a championship. But he's not the type that will carry a team on his own. So
I don't think anybody is.
Right. So I would say he is going to be a superstar within the next 2-3 years.
Because that's where I'm at with him. That's where I'm at. I think where Devin Booker's at, he's where Luka Doncic is at. Jason Tatum is at. We're either knocking on the door of superstardom or we're there already. Because Luka's there already. Jason Tatum has 1 foot in the door.
Yeah.
And to me, Devin Booker has 1 foot in the door.
What about B.I.? How you feel about B.I.?
Brandon Ingram, I see him as right now.
From the door?
I think he's walking toward it.
Okay.
I think he's walking towards it.
In the direction of the
because
door. Okay.
Obviously he's having a good year this year. He had a great year last year. Give me 1 more year, and I think that you're there. Like, you got to give me 1 more year. I think that you're there. I think that if Book can, like a guy like Book, if he can finish this season strong, he's there. You finish the year strong and have a good round in the playoffs, you're there.
Yeah, we respect him.
Hey, that's it. That's it. You're a superstar. Like, you're there. Doncic, he's already done that. Good first 2 years in the league. He did his thing against the Clippers. He's a superstar. He's there. Brandon Ingram, if he could get the Pelicans to the playoffs, but the problem is with B.I., he's not going to get the recognition because Zion Williamson is there.
Facts, not even an all-star.
But I personally believe he is their most valuable player. Yeah. Brandon Ingram, if they make any noise of any significance out west, is because Brandon Ingram is having the time of his life.
Speaking facts.
So I think Ingram is walking to the door. I don't think he has a foot in. I don't think he's knocking yet.
Okay. I see that.
Zach LaVine.
Be honest, I'm gonna say Zach LaVine is soon gonna be taking the Russell Westbrook route if he don't figure something out. And what I mean by that is, alright. So I mean exactly. Alright, so you see how right now Westbrook is. I'm not saying he's not dope, but he's reached his cap, and you see he's not trying to reinvent anything. Zach LaVine kind of still relying on his athleticism, still in a sense. He still gets his buckets.
Shoots the ball. He shoots the ball at an insane rate.
Yeah, that too.
He could shoot.
I respect the shot, but like, shot selection has to be a little bit better.
That is true.
If you want to consider yourself to be a superstar, you can't be taking all these wild ass shots. I get it. You have the green light to do that in Chicago, but when you get amongst a winning team, that shit can be what you would call cancerous. You know what I mean?
All I want to see from Zach LaVine is that you're the best player on your team. I just need to see that your team's not crappy. You know what I mean? And this year, to some extent, he's doing it.
Yeah, he's
right? Because Chicago's 500. He's been on crappy teams his whole life. You know what I'm saying? Where do I put him? He's in the elevator. Yeah. He's in the elevator. Just like a lot of guys. He's a star.
Yeah.
He's a star.
I'll give him that.
Superstar, nah. I don't think he's there. Nah. And he's averaging 28. Fantastic. Great.
You got to sniff the playoffs to be a superstar,
like,
bro.
Somewhat. You know, you got to something. You know what I'm saying? Something. Like, I need to see how good you are. You know, I need to see if you can impact a team that plays at least a couple of meaningful games.
Has he had like a breakout game just yet? I know D Book has had a 70-point game.
To me personally, my personal opinion, the Zach LaVine coming out party was the game after his coach benched him in the fourth quarter, and he came back, dropped 44. Remember against Charlotte, he shot a three. They got the ball back off a steal. He ran to the wing, shot the three again, and made it. And they won the game. That was his coming out party. That was the game to me where it's like Zach LaVine's a serious player in this league. He's nobody to take lightly in this league because he'll drop buckets on you crazy. To me personally, he's one of the best 10 shot makers in the league. I think he can make shots of any variety. He fadeaway shots, tough, difficult shots. Like, this guy could take it.
So would you consider him to be a proven scorer right now?
I think that he's there with the likes of the Donovan Mitchells in the world and stuff like that. He could put up points. Like, that's not a problem for him. He knows how to put up points.
So what separates him and D Book?
Book, the difference between the two is that whereas LaVine, he scores more than Booker does. Right now, if the season ended today, LaVine's career high in points per game is higher than Book's career high in points per game. 28 as compared to 26. They're both solid rebounders for the position. 5 apiece. I think Book's career high was like 5. Here's the difference. LaVine can't create for other players.
At all.
He's not good at that.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? He's not good at that. Book can create for his teammates.
Off the calmness.
At a really high level. He's he used to run point guard before Ricky Rubio got there.
Stop playing with me.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he used to run point guard and he was effective at it. Don't get me wrong. He's not Magic Johnson. But he can run the show. Like, he's shown that I could do this. I could put my teammates in the best positions to succeed. Right. Zach LaVine doesn't do that.
Proven winner alert.
Both of them are not world beaters defensively. Book, at least, is slightly below average. Hey, LaVine doesn't play it. Yeah, it's a difference. LaVine doesn't play it.
Don't even get it.
Now, here's the thing. Between those two, like I said before the show started, their trajectories are different. Their peers look at them differently.
It hit different facts.
You don't see LeBron saying, "Oh, I think Zach LaVine should be getting more love." Nah, Devin Booker ain't make the All-Star game. LeBron sat there and said, "Book not on the All-Star team? How? This is crazy."
How?
You know what I'm saying? Their peers look at them different. Their outlooks are different. That going 8-0 in the bubble, that put Book in a different light. That gave Book a different bag to work with.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That game-winning shot against the Clippers and him just laying down like that propelled him into he's a different caliber player at this point.
Hit different.
You know, it just hit different. Like, now we looking at him like, nah, he gotta go to the playoffs. Right. Guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna go to the playoffs. Phoenix is gonna go to the playoffs.
They like what,
they're the 4th seed right now. They're gonna go to the playoffs. And before you sit there and try to shame and say, "Oh, it's Chris Paul's doing." Yes, Chris Paul's very fucking valuable. But there's a reason why Chris Paul's going to Phoenix, and that's because Devin Booker's there.
Let me ask you a question, bro. When you make let me see. When you make cereal, let's say it's calm shit. Do you make cereal and only have fucking milk? Do you only have the little cereal, whatever cereal you having, or do you have a mixture of both?
You have a mixture of both when you do that.
So stop playing.
You know, and that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying in the chat too. When I was having this discussion, it's like you don't go to the playoffs with bad players. Some people can carry them. You know, some people are just that freaking good. But again, bronze don't grow on trees. How can I say this? There's tiers. You have your stars, your superstars, and then you have the cream of the crop.
Right.
And in the cream of the crop, those are the guys that it does not matter what team they play for at all.
I'm going to smoke this shit.
We're going somewhere.
Right.
And there's a very few amount of those dudes. Very few. I'm going to keep it a band with you.
Facts.
It's probably at most 5.
At most? I wouldn't even say 5.
Because you have LeBron.
Bronny.
James Harden.
Jiggity James. Who you gonna say? I'm waiting like y'all, bro.
Kevin Durant.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out on a limb because I fake don't want to say this name, but I think you put him on any team, they can go somewhere. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, knew he was gonna try Giannis. Nah, Giannis, you ain't there yet, bro.
And Damian Lillard.
Dame Dollar. I say that with Dame.
Damian Lillard.
I give you those 4. Giannis.
Listen, like I said, he's not a world beater in the playoffs, but the guy he's shown in his career, he takes the Bucks are literally him and him. Middleton has always been him and Middleton. And Middleton has always played. He's legit second fiddle.
Yeah.
And these guys are number 1 in offensive rating, defensive rating. I think that you could place them on any team and they'll go to the playoffs at least. True. So I'll give him that. I wouldn't discredit him with that.
Okay.
Do I think he can win your finals? I don't know about that, but there's 5 guys, and I know that everybody's gonna go crazy. Steph can't take you to the playoffs. Listen,
I don't think so.
Listen, I don't know. I don't
don't think so, bro.
I don't know because they were looking. They remember in the beginning of the year they were just looking okay. Then Draymond came back and everything was going crazy.
Facts.
So I don't know. Lillard don't be having that. Lillard that gotta carry squads and he ain't got shit to work with.
Every year he carries.
So that's why I give the edge over.
Somebody injured every year, bro.
That's why I give the edge to Lillard. I think Lillard is one of those guys that could take anybody and anything to the playoffs. I think so. But like it's going back to the Devin Booker, Zach LaVine trajectory kind of thing. That's why I believe that they just viewed differently now. Like now the thing is about Devin Booker now is now we gotta see you in the play. We can't wait to see you in the playoffs. We like there's so I can't you don't understand. You don't understand how I'm ready for the playoffs. I want to see what this kid is gonna bring to playoff basketball. Because I love his mentality.
It'll be fun.
He's playoff basketball worthy.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Him and Chris Paul, I need that.
That shit gonna be nice.
I need that.
I'm hoping for that 4-5 match of Blazers
Suns, and that's what I wanted in the playing games last year. Sure. Phoenix and the Blazers, because that would have been fire.
Twitter, right?
Bro. What? Chris Paul and Devin Booker versus Dame and CJ. Sign me up, bro. Sign me up. Sign me up for 7 games. Sign me up.
I don't know if Chris Paul guarded either one of them anymore,
bro. Listen, sign me up, bro. But
I got young Cam to guard this nigga.
But that's the thing about Chris Paul. Chris Paul, yes, he's up there in age and stuff, but
still that
kid, that boy's mentality, CP3 is just meant to play in big games.
Right.
So sign me up for that.
And
you see how we saying that, but we not saying that about Zach LaVine. Do we care if Zach LaVine make the play? No. We not hungry for that.
He not gonna make a splash.
You know what I'm saying? We not hungry for that.
I don't think he gonna make a splash the way we think.
Feel me? So it's their trajectories are different, and I think and push comes to shove, I just like to say things like this. If you were a GM and you were about to trade for Devin Booker or Zach LaVine, and the price was the same, you're trading for Devin Booker. You're not taking Zach LaVine. So it's that's why when people that's what got me upset in the having the discussion yesterday, because if they were both on the market and you had to pay the same price for both of them, you're gonna take Devin Booker, bro,
without even thinking.
No
draft picks,
that's what I'm saying. Whatever the price is for both of them, it's the same price.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So draft picks, whatever, same price.
Right.
Same things involved.
That shit crazy.
You're gonna take Devin Booker. So what are we discussing?
I want to see. I want to hear someone's argument for Zach LaVine.
You know what I'm saying? There is none.
Hashtag that's debatable.
And I at least want to touch on one more guy before we get to the second half of this discussion.
Sure.
A guy that to me he's fallen in to what Zach LaVine's at, and to me he went from knocking on the door to getting in the elevator going back down. It's Trae Young.
Oh.
And I love me Trae Young.
Back down.
I love that kid. He's rookie season phenomenal.
Bargain.
Sophomore year, phenomenal.
Bargain.
He's took a step back this year. The numbers might not show it, but now he's turned into, I'm fishing for fouls. He's tough to watch.
It's tough to watch now.
If he always plays with the ball in his hand, and some of his teammates don't like it. John Collins is not gonna be a Hawk because of that no more.
That's one of the reasons why when he first coming out, you compare him to Steph Curry. I'm like, first off, he's never gonna be Steph Curry because Steph Curry can smoke you with or without the ball. Trae Young cannot. He hasn't shown that yet. So y'all gotta chill though, them comparisons.
And the thing is, on top of that, Trae Young, for a guy that can shoot the pill, because he could shoot it.
Yeah, respect.
He just doesn't have that same gravity that Steph has, bro. I've watched Trae Young face the Knicks a couple of times, and I watched Steph Curry twice this season, and this is just Steph, no Klay Thompson. So we're keying in on you, right? And Steph's gravitational pull is ridiculous, bro.
His body still makes
me and Lewis, we call it the Wardell effect, because he could literally stand in the corner, not touch the ball for 24 seconds, yet he's the guy you are worried about the most.
Like this on him.
Exactly. Always remember, I always like to tell people, when I talk about Steph and how crazy he really is, when Braun came back from 3-1, he literally told his teammates, I do not want to see Steph open.
Facts.
There's always a body on him. You switch, never leave him open. Never, don't lose him. Do not lose him. And they came back. Steph was quiet the rest of the way.
True.
Because there was always a body on him. That's how much gravitational pull he has. That's why they had to go get Durant. Because they weren't going to win. They weren't going to beat Braun no more doing that.
Fuck no. Braun,
you know what I'm saying?
It out.
KD comes, and KD seeing every one-on-one imaginable because you have to worry about Steph.
He the one-on-one king.
And he's one-on-one guy. So that Wardell effect is ridiculous. And even without Durant and Klay Thompson, he still got it. That guy, he's running around. He's running around, bro. And I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, yo, bro, Elfrid Payton, don't lose him. I'm like, yo, quickly stay with him. Stay with him. You know what I'm saying? And he still can get his fucking shots up. And it's ridiculous.
In 2 seconds.
So it's just but Trae Young's not that.
Nope.
I've watched a couple Atlanta games this year. And I tell myself, there's times where Trae Young is doing a screen and roll and it looks like he's going to shoot a 3. And I say, I hope he shoots it. He's going to miss that one. He misses him. And he misses him.
Transition.
You know what I'm saying? I literally tell myself, oh yeah, kid, shoot that. Shoot it. And I would never tell Steph to shoot it. Nah. He's shooting it, he making it. I'm like, so their gravitational pull is different. And Atlanta hasn't improved.
Nah.
What did I tell you before the season started?
They ain't do shit.
Atlanta, Rondo, I didn't like their moves, right?
Rondo,
and what I said, they got to worry about being better than the Knicks first,
and they're not,
before they could talk about being something bigger than that. And they're not better than the Knicks.
Had a better season, you were saying, all right? Yeah, that's a fact.
I said to you that instead of talking about playoffs, Atlanta needs to just be better than the Knicks first. And they're not there yet.
Knicks is fucking with a playoff spot, bro. Low key.
So that's why Trae Young, I think he's in the elevator going down. Because these other guys are impacting something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're doing something. Shit. Even Levine, to an extent, is doing something this year. You know what I mean?
Completely.
So
bro.
It's just I'm not there with Trae. I'm not. And I love Trae. I got a couple of his T-shirts, but I'm gonna keep it a band with him. This season is not it. And hopefully, when they understand what they're gonna do with John Collins, and they need to fire their head coach. What did I say about that too? Yeah, what I say?
This shit nasty, bro.
Lloyd Pierce gotta go. They need a new coach.
Nasty, bro.
So I'm giving Trae next year.
This shit is nasty.
If this is the same thing next year, then Trae Young is like a Gilbert Arenas type guy to me.
Oh.
Like, you know,
no chill, girl. You
I'm
gonna
be here for a couple years, type shit. And even then, I think I'm discrediting Gilbert Arenas a little bit because Gilbert Arenas actually got to the playoffs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So, Bron.
A matter of fact, let me change Monte Ellis. There you go.
Ooh, facts. There we
Golden
go.
Golden State, Monte Ellis.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So I'm gonna give him up until next year before
draft somebody else and he gonna get booted. Oh no!
Before we just think that he's a guy that just puts up buckets, bro. That's it. All he gonna know how to do is just score, but can't impact no games. Feel me?
We don't want to see that, bro.
You know, let's decompress and take a quick breather, and we're gonna get to the second half of the Young Ballers.
Debatable. Be right back. Oh, part 2.
All right, and we keep it going. Now I want to talk about an under the radar dude though. No lie, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA for president, bro.
What do you see in that kid?
I see him running. He's like, to me, he's like Chris Paul 2.0. So, Chris Paul, back when he was like, you know, a little in his prime and shit, could score at will, but could also get a bucket from any other of his teammates at will as well, which is very lethal. And I feel like SGA is taking that route where he can play make, he can create for others, which is one of the most underrated traits in this league, but creating for others. And also I get my own bucket too. And I go to war every day. I don't put nothing else on anyone else because I know what I need to do.
SGA, like, Chris Paul was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah, that tutelage,
bro.
Right.
He's just he's one of the few guys in my, like, that just, they play mistake-free basketball. Yep. Like that kid does not make mistakes. Facts. He doesn't make mistakes. Like, SGA, he plays a beautiful brand of basketball. What I see I don't know if he'll ever get to the point of superstardom, but if that motherfucker I think he gets to a point where if he's your second best player on the team, you should be pretty good. You should feel pretty good about your chances. And if he's the third best player on your team, you're probably winning the championship. Yeah. So he's a really heady basketball player. Can shoot the ball, can get to the basket, can create for others. Slow kid, but knows how to play at his pace.
That's the best part. Pace.
His pace. And the next guy I want to talk about is the complete difference of him, but staying with Shai Gilgeous. Okay. You know, it's important for guards to understand how to play at 60%.
Yeah. Can't always burn out. That shit ain't cool.
Russell Westbrook plays at 110% all the time, and that's why he look burnt out the way he do sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
SGA, it looks like he's always playing at half of his true talent.
Exactly. So you'll never really know my bag.
It looks like he's always under control. Right. He's never out of sorts. Just a really good basketball player. Right. And I think he's gonna be a hell of a sidekick someday.
I call him I don't know, I got it. A stoic point guard. So he handles all the shit. But you know what I'm saying? He don't really talk about it, you know, get crazy. Shit gets crazy. I'm going to still do what I got to do, handle what I got to handle. So I call him more of a stoic point guard. So those type of point guards that can still manage when a lot of shit is not going correct on the court, when plays are being broken down, still able to manage and get shit done.
You know, it's crazy. Like, you know, I do. It's crazy how you say, like, I do see Chris Paul in him. Because he just strikes me as a guy that he could look at his team. Don't worry. You ain't got to worry about nothing. I got you. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why the Thunder aren't bottoming out this year. And he's a big reason why. And it's like this kid, like there's some games he has that haven't been done by an OKC player since Durant.
Facts.
And Westbrook. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Like,
you know, my body.
You know, and it's just crazy. Let me not call him a sidekick. Because I think he's gonna reach a level where he's a 1B.
1B.
He's a 1B on the team.
But that's what the big knock was with the Clippers so many years ago. They were like, Chris Paul was really 1B, but Blake didn't understand how to work with a 1B. You know what I mean? Blake was like, "Oh, I gotta be number one."
I feel like their problem was injuries, not necessarily that they couldn't play with each other. Like,
injuries too.
Injuries, like every year one of them got hurt. Every year one of them got hurt. They were supposed to win a championship, they just couldn't do it.
Supposed to.
But SGA just gives me so much like. Don't worry, guys. Like we in trouble, we're gonna be all right. Don't worry about it. And I love that guy. And I don't think he ever reaches the point of superstardom because he's not flashy. Right. He's not things that he can't control. Right. You know what I'm saying? Things that he can't control. I think that's why he won't reach the level of superstardom. I think he's a star. Yeah. And I think he gets to that point where it's like, I'm a top 20 player, no debate. And if I'm your second best player, we doing something. And to me, that's a big compliment.
I'd rather be a proven winner than a star.
Like, it's honestly, to get to that Draymond Green, Scottie Pippen, and to an extent Paul George level where, you're not really considered a Robin, but you're considered, you're not the best player on the team, but you're not considered a Robin. Like, you do so much for your team that you're 1B.
I'm one fucking B.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a 1B. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm so important. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I see that all over that kid. Yeah. And, like I said, like, there's not much things, like, I sit and lose sleep over as a Knicks fan.
Word.
As a Knicks fan, I don't, there's not a lot of things that I sit and lose sleep over. But, damn it, did we really have to draft Kevin Knox over him?
Where is Kevin now? He playing this season?
He's out of the rotation. I look at SGA like, there's Knicks fans that cry over Tyrese Halliburton. There's Knicks fans that cry because we didn't get the chance to draft Steph Curry. Not that we passed on Steph Curry, but he wasn't there when it was time to draft him.
There's
Knicks fans, but I don't hear enough. And the one that sticks with me the most.
Yo, where is Brandon Jennings, bro?
Nobody cares. And like the one that sticks with me the most is that we drafted Kevin Knox over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
But see, this is why I can't fuck with the Knicks organization. These niggas be wild.
We ain't gonna do that no more.
Props to you.
We ain't gonna do that no more.
I'm gonna give you props, man.
But
niggas be bugging.
That's with SGA and his counterpart, because I feel like whereas SGA is, I like to call him pace and space. De'Aaron Fox is track star. And he was just playing the Knicks the other day too. And he's kind of, I wasn't high on him before the year started. We had the discussion. Yeah. He's kind of shut me up a little bit. He's a baller. That dude could ball.
Who he was saying was better than him, or somebody had an argument we talking about before we started shooting, bro? I'm trying to think. What's that?
They were saying we was having a discussion of where D'Angelo Russell falls on the point guard list, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, bro, there's young guys like De'Aaron Fox that are better than him. Like De'Aaron Fox, is better than him, and De'Aaron Fox.
In the comments, who you think is better? Talk about it.
And De'Aaron Fox. Again, this is another guy like SG. I don't think he'll ever reach the level of superstardom, but I see John Wall though. And I see John Wall, because John Wall wasn't a superstar, but he was a star you respected.
Yeah, you gotta respect my body.
You gotta respect my body. Like, right. I'll take you out of a playoff game. I'll take you out of a playoff series, bro. Like, right. I'll do that to you. Like, because John Wall, he was never a superstar, but he packed up a couple teams in the playoffs, though.
Facts.
And niggas know that. So it's just, I see that in De'Aaron
Slept the Raptors one time.
Did they sweep? I don't think they sweep. But he took them out. And he had a 25. He had a 25.17 assist game in that series too. I remember. Killed them. And I see that in De'Aaron Fox. I think De'Aaron Fox gets to a point in his career where don't sleep on me.
Because Buddy Hield, the chemistry was getting a little better.
You sure? Nah.
But
see. That's how I know you don't watch no Kings game because Buddy Hield sucks.
I need a better coach. That's what I'm saying. You're not putting Buddy Hield in predicaments where he can look.
All he could do is shoot. That's all he could do.
I don't like Luke Walton for them, bro.
What you mean? What else he could do?
Shitty.
He
got the post up bag.
Don't do that.
He
He ain't got no post up bag.
System.
He ain't got no post up bag.
I'm telling you, bro.
Word 2, he can't post up.
All right.
Word 2, he can't post up. He can't go to the basket.
He can get to the cup.
He can't get to the cup. He sucks at that.
He doing the Eric Gordon, bro.
What?
Gordon, remember when Eric Gordon was hurt for so many years?
But Gordon proved it, though. That's why he was a part of that Chris Paul trade, because he was nice.
I'm not wasting my energy with these niggas, bro. I'm going to just shoot, chill. Let me know y'all ready to play for real.
Bro.
Buddy Hield got a whole different side of this game.
Listen. Buddy Hield has 98 million reasons why to not play like a bum. And listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't want to hear no excuses for Buddy Hield. You want to know why? Because there's 3 good players on the Sacramento Kings.
Okay.
De'Aaron Fox.
All right.
Harrison Barnes. And Tyrese Halliburton.
They didn't even say Marvin Bagley.
Bagley sucks.
Oh, shit.
Bagley sucks. You think Bagley stinks?
That's another young cat we can talk about, too.
You think I'm going to put Marvin Bagley in the same conversation as a Donovan Mitchell? No. Do I think Marvin Bagley can be something in this league? Absolutely. Is he there yet? Absolutely not. The guy stinks. His trajectory, boy, he'll be lucky if he could be in the league for 7 years.
Oh shit! Nah, he coming for your beam, that's crazy.
And it's not because I don't like the kid or despise the kid. He's very inconsistent. Too inconsistent. He's too inconsistent. You can't have one good week, 3 bad weeks, 1 really good week, and a bad month. You can't do that.
That's true.
And injuries have had something to play with it. But, Bagley, I'm not there to say he's a good player. He has potential to be one. Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton's a good player. Harrison Barnes is a good player.
You're telling me he's falling back right now.
And De'Aaron Fox is a good player. 3 good players. Buddy Hield makes money that he makes enough money to say, I'm a good player on this team. And he hasn't shown it.
I just don't think that team is for him. I don't think it's for him.
How is it not for him? And all he does is one thing.
That's all I could do. There's so many other people on this team, bro, that's trying to take my fucking spot.
Like who? Hassan Whiteside? Corey Joseph?
Harrison Barnes. These niggas is in the same spots, bro. Buddy Hield he got a mid-range game that the nigga is not utilizing, bro. And that's how I could tell.
And that's Harrison Barnes' fault.
I'm not saying it's totally his fault. I'm saying that he's in the positions where he can score. I'm telling you, bro, Luke Walton need to get the fuck out of there.
No. I got something for that as well. And Hield, the Kings, they might not be that good of a team. They could score though. They're a good scoring team.
High scoring.
And they're a really good scoring team. And Hield only averages 15 points. There's no excuse for him. He makes $98 million. You need to be better than that. Bro, you make more money than Harrison Barnes.
I'm telling y'all.
You higher on the pecking order.
Buddy Hield, another restart. This shit is not going well for him.
I wonder what the restart going to happen because he's making $23 million a year. And do I want that on my...
They be trading niggas every other day, bro.
Yeah, but where is he going to go?
This shit don't even... I thought none of that mattered.
Go?
Apparently
any contract is movable. That's a fact.
Right.
But what chance he going to get if he can't get it on one of the worst teams in the league?
I could see him, truthfully, fucking with either... Let me see. I would like to see him with Portland, bro. Him and Dame would actually be okay.
Not at his price tag. Because that price tag, he makes just as much money as CJ McCollum, and you already know how I feel about that.
That shit need to come.
But De'Aaron Fox, I don't think Sacramento's gonna figure it out. So I think he's gonna end up getting moved at some point in his career. Yeah, he's gonna get moved. At some point in his career. He's a damn good player though. If he's the 3rd best player on your team, you probably get somewhere.
Okay.
That's my ceiling for him. The reason why is because
I don't see that shit, bro.
Because if John Wall was your 3rd best player, at John Wall's heyday, you'll feel good about your NBA Finals chances. And, obviously John Wall's your best player, could get you to a playoffs. Win you a playoff series, you're not going far, though.
Nah, you're not.
It's probably the same thing if depending on who Batman is, if he was your number 2, you should feel good. But if you was a number 3, you'll feel great about your chances. And I think about that as De'Aaron Fox. Like, I was yesterday, just talking bullshit on Twitter, and I was like, a big 3 of De'Aaron Fox, Devin Booker, and Karl Towns would probably go somewhere. Like, that shit would go somewhere.
Wishful thinking.
I said wishful thinking, bro. Like I said, De'Aaron Fox, Book, Barrett, Randall, and Cat. 4 Wildcats and a Dookie. That could get you somewhere.
That's mad cap.
That's crazy, right? But it's wishful thinking nonetheless. But I think De'Aaron Fox is a really good player. I don't think he'll reach superstardom, but I think he's gonna be one of those guys like, don't fuck with me. I'm a good kid.
I respect that. Hell yeah, I respect. Yeah.
Let's keep it point guard. Ja Morant.
All right, so this year I'm cutting him slack.
Me too. Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah,
got hurt, so he's trying to play catch up, and you still trying to figure out the league. That's not always too good. So that's why his numbers kind of dropped a little bit this year. And I mean, maybe in the second half of the season, shit'll turn around. But that's what's going on for him right now. So
Ja, I like. It's those mid-major schools, bro. Those low-key schools.
Facts.
They birth
warriors.
He just got it. Like, he has it, bro. That he has. I'm that boy. Like, bro, I'm nice, bro. Like, and you rarely find that in kids. You rarely find that. Like, bro, I'm nice, bro. Like I don't care how old I am. I'm nice. I'm that boy. Nice. And he's been that. And
dunk on you, all that shit.
Yeah, like he needs to tweak up his shooting. Before, like, 4 years down the road, we just say he's Russell Westbrook, and we don't need that for him. But that kid is the damn goods. I need this team healthy. I need Jaren Jackson back. I need him. I need him to make a couple free agent moves. This kid is ready. He's ready for showtime.
Put the pieces
around him. He's ready for showtime. Right. Go get it. I like him more than Trae Young.
Hell yeah. Bro.
I like him more than Trae Young.
And they had that battle they had at the beginning of the season was pretty good. Let's go.
I like him more than Trae Young. That kid, he has it. He has it. And I think that now we gotta start taking into consideration. If them kids is killing for mid majors, bro, you might have to take them serious.
To my people's watching, right? What would you rather be? Would you rather be somebody that can shoot 45% from the 3-point line, or average 27, 12 assists, and like 5-6 rebounds? Y'all could choose. You could talk about it in the comments. You could leave a hashtag that's debatable. We'll check it out. Because, it's a little food for thought for the people.
That's a fact.
How you feeling, bro?
Nah, like Morant, he's that. Like, and he's that. Like, I think he has superstar Ren all over him. I just need him to get there. He's not, now to me, he's not knocking at the door yet.
Yeah, he's not,
but
direction.
He's Usain Bolting to the door.
Facts. I'm about to.
Yeah, I'm cooking it to the door.
Word.
Let's talk about Donnie Bravo, a.k.a. Donovan Mitchell. That kid is just, he's Dwayne Wade. He's Dwayne Wade.
2.0.
He's Dwayne Wade. And he's good. He has moments where you're just like, bro, this kid is so premier. He's so premier, bro. Like, this guy is it. Like, that that bubble run.
Yeah, he was tweaking.
Like, he was just going so crazy, bro. Like, I see Dwayne Wade. Get that kid to a meaningful playoff series, bro, and he has some decent talent.
And Rudy Gobert is his second star, opposed.
The role players have to play. They have to do better come playoff basketball. Why? Because that kid could dead win you a series.
Niggas is getting cooked by Bogey and fucking Ingles, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if these guys could lift their games up when it matters, bro, listen, you could be on his back. Donovan Mitchell could pull you out a game. Yeah. They were up 3-1. They blew the lead, but they were up 3-1. And they were looking really commanding while doing it.
Flamed out.
They just flamed out. With that's probably still haunting them. They gonna probably want to bounce back and really bust some teams' ass.
But they, like you were saying, to your point, they didn't make any changes.
No changes. They only brought back familiar faces, but camaraderie is important.
Camaraderie is definitely important, especially when you've got.
And nobody has it better than them.
Nah,
it's the same team.
The Blazers got that shit.
But they added new people.
Who did they? Nah.
They added Derrick Jones. They added Covington. Carmelo's only been there for less than a year.
I would like to see them, but they always carry that energy.
That's because Dame and CJ are wonderful top players to have, but like the Utah Jazz, this has literally been their team for like 3 years. Besides Michael Conley, and Michael Conley is the perfect piece you add because Michael Conley he's a blue collar guy.
Yeah,
he's a blue collar guy. He fits into that team. So it's been the same nucleus for like 5 years. Legit. So that camaraderie is very important.
It's better been there 3 years, 4 years now.
He's on his second year. He's been there for like 4 years, 5 years already. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is his 5th year. Like it's the camaraderie, and I think that's important. And I think that you know, he can win you a playoff series, and I think he could do the Dwayne Wade, and he gets hot in the finals. He probably will pull it out for you. No funny. I love the kid. I love him.
I see superstar too, bro.
I love him. He has it. He has it. Like he had a bad first half. Don't worry, he's gonna have a good second half. Like I just don't question him. I don't question him at all. Like that kid just has it.
When he's in that bag,
it's over. It's over.
You can't question it. But like when he be on his bullshit, just dribbling around, wasting the clock, that shit get me tight.
I mean, you know, they still working out the kinks. He's still a young guy in himself. But listen, sign me up for 15 years of Donovan Mitchell. Like that dude is great. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take a job over Donovan. That's just my personal preference.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
I go to war.
I see. You know,
I got you.
Rookie season, he took out the MVP of the league. Like,
that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
you know, Mitchell, he's there, bro. Like, now the thing is he a superstar? He's knocking on the door. He's knocking on the door.
For Utah, yes.
For the league. He busting anybody ass.
For the league? You ready to give him for the league?
He busting anybody ass. He top 5 shooting guards.
He flamed out last season.
Flamed out where?
What you mean?
In the playoffs, he averaged 40 in that series. He didn't flame out. The team did.
He flamed out. You were part of the team.
That's okay. You seen Braun flame out.
Of course.
So I don't want to hear about no flaming out because I'm 25.
He flamed out.
So he's not top. He's not a superstar. He flamed out.
You can't flame out in a 3-1 situation.
So Steph's not. He's not all that to you.
Listen, Steph has already proven himself. It's different when you still hungry.
He's still hungry. He's not a superstar.
Steph
he's
really
knocking on the door.
At that time.
Flaming out don't mean you not knocking on the door.
Of course.
Because I can say the same thing about Jason Tatum. Of course. Jason Tatum, they had Game 7, and they lost to LeBron. I could lose to LeBron. That's
Jason
fine.
Jason Tatum was. He dunked on Braun in that game, so like it's not like he was.
That's probably the reason why he lost.
Low kid, but like, hey, I'm going to war, man.
Mitchell go to war. He's not in the door. He's knocking on it. He's probably kicking with his foot. He's there.
That.
But
show me.
We're gonna be back with the last couple guys we got.
Facts.
But we got a couple more, and we'll wrap it up after that. So with the last couple guys we got. Let's start. I mean, we mentioned Jason Tatum very briefly, but in the last, Jason Tatum, where is he at?
Jason Tatum, well, across the league, everyone believes that he is literally the next best thing, the next greatest scorer to cross this league.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say that I'm not going to say he hasn't shown that he can lead you to a championship just yet.
Is he a superstar?
I'm going to say... Not yet. He's a star.
Okay.
He's a star.
Okay.
Not a superstar just yet.
Okay. I feel the same way. I think he's a star. He's knocking on the door of superstardom, though. Boston taking the step back the way they did, it really hurt him.
Right.
And that trajectory. Because once you're thrown in the fire, You gotta. I forgot who said it, but they said the worst thing that ever happened to him was dunking on LeBron James.
That's what the worst thing was?
Because now, like, when you think about Jason Tatum, you expect nothing but excellence, and he's still really young. Like, his expectations his expectations are different from other players his age.
Yeah.
Or even if they remotely good at his age, his expectations are different. We're talking about Boston winning a championship. Like, that's their goal. If they don't win one, it's disappointing. And how old is he? He's like 22, 23, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Type.
Like, you know, that's OD. LeBron James, LeBron James wasn't dealing with that shit at that age.
What?
Winning a championship at 23? We were surprised he made it at 22.
Bro, niggas was expecting LeBron
to win a title at 23 years old.
The minute he came in the league, niggas was thinking he was supposed to win a ring, bro.
We knew he was going to win one.
You serious?
So you told yourself LeBron at 23 had to bring you a championship. Bro. At 23 years old.
This is what I'm saying. When LeBron got into the league, bro.
Yeah.
Expectations were championship or fucking rip.
No, that's not true. You thought he was taking that Cavs team to win something?
I didn't think so.
Were that. So his
I
feel like you getting a little bit misconstrued because we knew LeBron is gonna win one. We know that. Like, we know at some point the expectation is gonna be that LeBron has to win one. This is a kid. He is the chosen one. He's been in the public eye since 14 years old.
Right.
He was getting ESPN attention at 14 years old.
Exactly.
So yes, the expectation will be that. But you did not. When he was drafted, the expectations weren't title at all. Not even close. Not even close. Like, listen,
He's showing his age right now.
Not at all. Y'all all seen. None of you guys thought LeBron was gonna win a championship at 23.
What?
None.
That's because you've seen it happen. You've seen it transpire.
He made the NBA Finals at 22 years old.
Right.
And literally, the Spurs displayed that he not winning no championship like this.
Exactly. That's why.
But that's not his expectation. But okay, so example. When they got to the finals in 2007, did they achieve their expectations or they exceeded their expectations?
They over exceeded as a team, but I'm talking about the player, not the team, bro.
So you expected LeBron to be at the NBA Finals at 22 years old? Like, you told yourself, like, at 22 he better be in the finals. Like, this is his this is his like what, third, fourth year in the league.
This
he better
is
be
the
in the
expectations, yes, bro. Come on, bro.
Jordan didn't even have that.
You think Jordan didn't have that for himself?
Mike, in year 3 of his career, was supposed to be in the finals.
You think he didn't have that for himself?
That's different.
So what do you mean with
that's different? That's different. Jason Tatum's expectations. Yes, he should want to be in the finals.
I'm not expecting him to win no finals now at all.
Like, you're not. Like, the expectations for the Boston Celtics is championship. That's by the media, their own expectations, and where they're at as a franchise.
They say that shit every year before the nigga was here, but even there. So I'm not.
But you gotta be there to draft them, so you're not that good.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? But like the thing,
Boston always say that every year.
The expectations is different. Like, you know, and mind you, the expectations, you get expectations because of yourself and people outside. The people in the outside world, like you and I, fans, they expect the Celtics' goal is to win a championship. That's right now. If they don't win one, it's disappointing.
They do not have the pieces, bro.
That's a different ball game, though. That doesn't mean that's not their expectation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Your expectation is to pass the test. If you don't have the pencil, that's not my fault.
Right.
Feel me? So that's what it is. Jason Tatum, that's the expectation, right? He's the best player on the Celtics. And the Celtics' expectation is to win a championship. He has to command that. He's 23. That's a lot to handle for a 23-year-old. Especially because, like I said, LeBron didn't walk into his age 22 season. Or matter of fact, his age 23 season and said, I have to win a championship. I promise you he didn't do that.
You must not know how greatness works, bro. Bro, that's all these niggas think about, bro. Like,
no,
that's it.
But listen,
that's all these niggas think about. Even Jason Tatum has to think about it. Now you seeing it.
that's fool's gold. If you really think that a lot of guys, you think De'Aaron Fox walked into this year saying I'm gonna win a championship?
No, he's in a different bag.
Oh, all right. Better yet, Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
You think Luka Doncic think he could really win a championship this year?
That's the expectation.
That's not Dallas's expectation.
It's not now because Porzingis has been hurt.
Even before that, nobody sat there and said that Dallas got to win a title. Nobody said that.
But they
the teams with the teams in the NBA with I have to win a championship, otherwise this season was a waste for me. Lakers, Clippers, Sixers, Bucks, Brooklyn.
Who else? That's probably. Oh, maybe. Oh, you said Bucks.
That's it. That's it. All right. That's for all the other teams are just
did
hoping.
You say Boston?
And Boston, yeah, Boston as well. Though after that, all the other teams are just hopeful. If we can make the chip, great. If we can win it, bro, even fucking better.
Right.
But that's not our we're not saying we're hoping to get to the finals. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, I hear you.
Are you going to do that? Like the teams we just mentioned, that is their expectation. If they do not walk out with the Larry O'Brien trophy at season's end, it was a wash. It was a wash. Disappointing year. Straight up. And Jason Tatum, that's his expectation. Yeah. He's on that list. And he's 23. He's never experienced much losing in the NBA.
But is you acting like he the only person at that age to have that that goal? You know what I mean? At 23, at 22. I mean, what you think fucking Derrick Rose was feeling? He was the youngest to win MVP. Don't you think niggas wanted him to? Expectation that year was to win a chip. They didn't. You know what I'm saying and that was 21
again, 22? But I said, that's saying maybe the Bulls at that time were, I don't know how the hell you sit there and tell yourself yo, we got to win the chip, because especially when you facing LeBron, Wade, and Bosh like that. But I just think like I said, it's a difference between being hopeful and this actually being your expectation. You reach a certain platform in your life, like Rose, I get what you're saying, but I don't think the Bulls sat there and said, yo, we have to win the finals. You know what I'm saying? They knew what they were up against. That Miami Heat team was beast. And once they lost in Rose's MVP season, that was their best chance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Tatum's expectations, because this is what the people in the media expect of the Celtics, is to win a championship. And again, yes, you might be a young player that walks into a situation where you could contribute to winning basketball immediately, but that doesn't stop you from being 23. You know what I'm saying? When did Jordan win his first chip? 25, 20. It took him a while. Right. It took him a while. And he was in the league. He was in the league since he was 21. It takes a while. It takes a while. It takes certain things have to develop and be built for you to exceed. Right. And Jordan had to wait till Scottie Pippen got there. That right-hand man, Jason Tatum, he literally in his first year of his professional career, he was a game away from the finals.
So that's another thing that you could say that maybe he got there too early. So that
it could. That's what I'm saying. The worst thing that ever happened to him was dunking on LeBron James, because that's it. Shit changed for him after that. His career outlook changed just as fast as he got there. Mind you, think about it. His rookie season, Tim Hardaway Jr. averaged more points per game than him. Food for thought. But he went to the playoffs. He played as good as he did. He averaged 18 in the playoffs. He dunked on LeBron James. The expectations changed for him. Now, you a kid. You a star. Now we need to see how bright you shine. And now it gets a little bit harder because the Celtics are bottoming out. Yeah. They looking like they're not going to win the championship. No. And he's the one that got to eat up. He's gonna have to eat that.
But is he really the one that got to eat that?
Yeah, he's the best player on the team.
I've seen so many people throw shade at Brad Stevens.
No, I mean, everybody. Listen, everybody's gonna play their part, but at the end of the day, bro, when Kobe ain't get it, if Kobe ain't get it done,
niggas pointing the finger at Tatum specifically.
Listen. If you're going to, because he's not the problem. You know what I'm saying? If Kobe ain't get it done, he wasn't pointing fingers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take the blame. Of course. You know what I'm saying? That's just how. And Kobe, that's his idol. And every time he plays the Lakers, he wears the purple band the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So he's obviously with that mama mentality kind of thing. He's gonna take the blame. This is on me. Fuck it. And he's 23. That's what I'm saying. So like you
make the bet that you laying. So what's the biggest? I don't get why we cutting a nigga slack. Nigga, like fuck, you asked for it. You want it. It's what you asked for.
Did he ask for it?
Crying for? You did ask for it.
Did he ask for it?
Because who was he trying to hit up for tutelage? Kobe.
But I'm trying to. That's your mentality. That's a completely different thing that I'm talking about, though. Yeah. Because like when you were 23, what was the expectations of you in your life when you were 23 from anybody that you fucked with?
Me personally,
you personally.
Well, my goal was to be a trainer, bro.
Trainer, but you young, like you working towards that though, right? Yeah. Like you still gonna make your mistakes,
of course,
the whole nine. That kid don't have that. He can't make mistakes no more. That was you at 23. This is him at 23.
Bugging. You can always make mistakes. You know why? Because
he's gonna get killed for it.
LeBron at 25 made a mistake. Kobe Bryant made a mistake at 24, 23.
But they had to own up to that though. Right. They had to take it on the chin.
And who's to say that these moments are not his mistakes? You know what I mean?
He's not making much mistake. Like that's the thing is that we have to understand that the kid is 23. That's the thing. Like, and again, like I don't really like comparing guys to LeBron because LeBron is a different animal. LeBron has been dealing with expectations since he was 14. Yeah. This is different. Yeah. Kobe Bryant, he earned his expectations. And he also got it because he was winning a lot with Shaq. So when that whole thing became, when Shaq was traded, Kobe was in a different type of bag. He knew he could not fail. He knew he couldn't, because if he failed, he was going to have to eat that. Right. Exactly. So it's like the expectation is different. And Tatum, we forget he's still young, that he can make mistakes, but the outlook is that he can't because Boston
Who's saying that he can't make mistakes?
Because Boston has to win,
and even that's my
point. They have to win. That's what I'm trying to say. They have to win. In order for
you to win, bro, you gotta make mistakes. Like you're never gonna just go through something clean through. And 60 is not happen like that.
You see, like Jordan had to wait till Scottie Pippen got there, right? The day that Jason Tatum was drafted, Jaylen Brown, his sidekick is already there.
But who's to say that that's really his sidekick? You know what I mean?
They're the best two players on the team.
I feel like these are the moments that right now, 22, 23, 24, where Jason Tatum is just figuring out not only who he is, and of course, these are the expectations, but you're going to learn a valuable lesson each season. And that's what I'm trying to say.
No, that is absolutely true. Like, I don't knock that. Yeah. He's going to learn a valuable lesson. But that doesn't change the expectations for him, though. Because this year is title or bust. Next year, title or bust. The year after that, title or bust. That's his thing. And did he ask for it? No, he didn't ask for it. He was thrown into this situation.
How he didn't ask for it?
Because like you saying that working out with Kobe's me asking for something. No, it's not. I'm trying to get better, bro. Like I'm trying to get better for myself. You see what I'm saying? It's an example with Devin Booker. Devin Booker, he got into a different bag by cooking in the bubble. His expectations are different now. If he didn't make the playoffs this year, the media will kill him. Right. That's what I'm saying. If Boston doesn't win a championship, somebody getting killed in Boston. And I promise you, bro, ain't no as much as people are gonna sit there and say, you know, try to put it on Kimba or Brad Stevens. There's the narrative. Let's say the Celtics don't make the playoffs or they lose in the first round this year. You think the narrative around Jason Tatum is how good is he?
Of course it's gonna be.
You think the kid deserves that at 23?
Of course you do.
Huh?
Bro. Nigga, you act like Giannis was not 23 like a couple years ago.
But he wasn't Jason Tatum at 23 though. Like
he wasn't. He was working.
He wasn't expected to win at 23.
But he had expectations to saying he held himself to a different light.
And he did that when he took Boston to 7 games and lost. People were like, "Oh shit, he was wilding though. Right. He was wilding." They knew that he was up next. But the thing is that where we should be looking at Jason Tatum like he's up next, we're not speaking about him like that. We're saying that he's here now. That's the difference. You feel me? That's the difference.
I get what you're saying, bro. Completely.
This was lovely. I want to stop it here because we're gonna have this same conversation again further down the road.
Cool. Yeah.
This is one of them ones. I know this is one of that we're gonna talk about this again in another episode way down the road.
You know that.
But whereas guys, we talk about expectations and stuff like that, right? Zion Williamson. Charles Barkley kind of guy, or how important is he? I mean, not how important, but how good is he? What you think of him?
To be honest, his ceiling is quite lower than we thought. Niggas thought he could be anything, do anything. If this young man does not learn how to get easy buckets, it's going to be a problem.
I mean, you could argue that he only gets that because he's a beast around.
I'm talking about in a half court setting.
They actually you know what I seen recently too? Stan Van Gundy actually has him at the 3-point line with the ball in his hands, and he's driving to the basket, getting layups.
Told you they would try it because that's it. Other than that and posting up, he doesn't really create for others.
He's not a passer. Yeah, he's not a passer. So he gets the ball, he's gonna score.
So that's why I say I thought the ceiling. I truthfully, maybe I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Shit happens. But I honestly thought his playmaking ability was a lot better than what it is, and the fact that, like, of course, Stan Van Gundy got him up top. He's getting a little bit easier buckets, but I just like to see him do something other than like bully ball. Not to say bully ball, but work on that skill. Right. Work on that. You know what I mean? Okay, Shaq was a bully, but that man had skills. Stop playing. You know what I mean?
He did.
Charles Barkley was a bully, but he had the technical skills. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm really talking about.
I mean, the boy 20. Right. He like 21. I'm like,
add that technical side.
Like, so, like, is he a superstar?
Right now, not yet. No.
I feel like he's not. I feel like he's in the hall. He's in the hallway. He's walking. Same thing like Brandon Ingram. They walking.
Waiting room.
Yeah, like we're walking in the hallway to get to that door. If he could, maybe like in a year or two, like if he could, polish that defense up and actually not have to average 5 assists a game, but just make the right reads.
Right. That's it.
Just make the right reads and make the right plays. Make the right decisions. That he could be like.
I'm with you on that one.
Be like, he could definitely be like top 15 without a problem. But he's gonna have to clean up that defense, and he's gonna have to make the right plays.
Horrible, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Like, I think, but Zion has a lot of hope. It is like he's gonna. The only way he can't get top 15 is if he just never works on his skill. Yeah. And I hope that Stan has him working on his skill. So.
Very soon.
But a guy that has been in the league doing the same shit every year, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, you really don't fuck with this nigga.
I mean, what's his ceiling look like? He Magic Johnson? Nah. Is he a superstar? Is he? He's not a superstar?
I'm sorry. No. I can't.
Yeah. He's not a superstar.
I can't.
Is he knocking on the door?
No.
Is he in the hallway?
No. That nigga is not in the hallway right now.
Is he in the elevator?
That nigga is in the lobby trying to figure out. He's asking niggas, yo, how do I get to the top right there? Cause bro, nigga does not want to shoot. All I'm saying is that they've in first place right now. This shit cute, bro. Playoffs is when niggas get exposed, and that's when you really get
the ball. Always finds the guy that don't want to shoot,
right? And he looking like goddamn Robeson, bro, in the playoffs. That shit is bad. That's a bad comparison, bro. No superstar should ever be compared to Andre Robeson. I'm pretty sure he probably shoot better than you from the 3-point line, bro. Yeah, I'm not saying you gotta you gotta score. No, all I was saying, like in the beginning of the season. Just keep the defense on their ass. Touch the paint every time. Contribute a little bit more. But I get it. You're letting Joel Embiid do his thing. I get it.
Now that boy has not improved at all in his career, and he hasn't improved anything besides his defense. Because he's a beast defensively.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, push gonna shove, yo. I'm gonna keep saying it till proven otherwise. That boy Rajon Rondo, bro. He's Rajon Rondo. He's a 6'10" Rajon Rondo, bro.
Oh shit.
Phenomenal. Like, Rajon Rondo was never a superstar. He never was. Nah. Sorry, D-Love. He never was a superstar. Fuck with Rondo, though. Good guy, but
I'll take Rondo.
He never
half the niggas in the league.
Yeah,
still, bro.
But I'm gonna say Ben Simmons is in the elevator. I'm gonna be fair to him. He's in the elevator. I just don't know if the elevator is going up and down yet. Up or down.
That nigga's stuck.
Yeah, I think he's stuck. He just refuses to do what the traditional basketball player should want to do.
Improve, nigga.
And I like the fact that he can't just pull threes. Like, he doesn't want to take them. Like that. That's bad. Bro, I always think about Jason Kidd couldn't shoot threes, but he will still take them.
He's got one of the most. He's one of the top niggas to make 3-point.
Now, yeah, because he worked on it. But in Jersey, he sucked at shooting threes, but he still took them. He still made sure I'm gonna take these shots because these are the best shots that I could take.
He shot with 2 hands. Hey,
but
I respect it.
It is what it is, bro. But honestly, like I was, you know what, bro? You right. I feel like you right. I feel like we spoke on Karl Anthony Towns a lot in the last episode to the point where we probably don't really need to talk about him in depth this one.
I'm not really sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I would say that Towns is in the lobby.
Like Ben? Oh no, you said Ben in the
elevator. Ben is in the elevator, and Towns is in the lobby, and everybody that walks into the building is looking at Cat in the lobby and saying, "What are you doing here?
You don't belong here, bro.
Why are you in the lobby? You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't you be upstairs already?" That's what I think that Karl Anthony Towns is at.
I'm talking to the receptionist. She look at
Towns for me is a guy that should be upstairs, but we're still wondering why he's in the why he's in the lobby.
Why are you fucking around?
Yeah. But with that said, bro, I feel like that's episode 6. This was fun.
Gotcha. For me.
That Jason Tatum piece though, man, I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to do that. Bro, listen, y'all. We love doing this. We love doing this. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Offer us feedback. If you like something, let us know. If you dislike something, let us know. We always trying to get better with this. We appreciate all of you guys that take the time and watch. At the end of the day, we do this for y'all. Like, at the end of the day, tell a friend. We just trying to expand. We trying to be really good at this. So, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, like, you got anything else you want to leave them with?
Yeah, a little something, bro. For me, like, yo, thank you, everybody. We appreciate the love, the support. Support is definitely free. I always say love is within and support is free. It definitely is, man. And 2021, Black excellence. That's it, man.
Facts. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Peace out, y'all.
Love.